So welcome back to Court One's yoga flow. So again, the relaxation portion is going to be at the end today, closer to 8:15. So let's get started moving. And then today we're going to focus our yoga just a little bit on some fun things. Some of the postures are excellent for cycling, also golfing. I know the golf courses are starting to open back up, tennis, and then runners. So I know it's been starting to get nice out, so I hope you're doing other activities rather than just, we really appreciate you being on Zoom, but also don't forget to get outside. So welcome. I think I just had somebody else join. Deb, welcome. I think I got that right. So let's get started. We're going to actually start at the floor today, and then we'll get up and then back down. So again, doing what you can. If you have any props handy, that's welcome. If we need to spread out those hips just a little bit. So we're going to start today in butterfly pose. So again, we might be tight. Perhaps we didn't come from something else. So just noticing the hip here. Press the feet. Again, my feet don't show. Okay, so we're going to press the feet together just softly here. And we're going to find our space. So again, just noticing the knees opening. If you have a prop, you could place pillows underneath the legs for just a moment. So shoulders up, back, and down. And then we're going to sit tall from our floor. So noticing that space, I am going to put it back here for just a minute. Oh, what did I do? Okay, there we go. So just finding our space there for just a second. So sitting tall, butterfly pose. So if you wish, closing the eyes as we settle in, closing the eyes and just letting go of the day. So working our space as we notice our shoulders. A lot of times our upper body movements can be concave, right? Dishes, laundry, perhaps yard work, etc. So see if we can draw that back. See if we can really bring in that scapular retraction. So imagine those shoulder blades coming together just a bit there. And not so much that you're super tight back there, but just enough to actively draw those rhomboids in, and then actively imagine the leaves growing back there, and you're hanging on to that last little autumn leaf, because autumn is gone and we are now into spring, and hopefully seeing all those leaves bud this week. So with that nice deep breath, we're going to find our way to butterfly pose, and then just take this space up, back, and down. So if we can, opening the eyes, sweeping the hands up to the sky. So again, it's going to be difficult to sit tall. Try to draw the bottom of the rib cage up and out. So that nice deep inhalation. Exhale, we're going to plant the hands, chest opener. So butterfly, that's going to give us that ability to draw the knees down a little further. So that nice deep breath, and then the fingertips towards the sit bones. Lift it up. So again, just that little slip of paper beneath the sit bones. See if you can press out the rotators there for a moment in the hips. And then exhale, sit bones forward. Inhale, rise the sky to work to sit tall. And then hinge it forward. So again, just that real soft hinge. Might just touch the toes. Some of us might have a hinge further available forward space. So again, just notice what the body can deliver tonight. And then still pressing the shoulder blades together as we hinge forward. So that nice deep breath. Inhale, rise it back up. Exhale, press it out. Fingertips towards the sit bones. Inhale, rise. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, lift up. So working one breath per movement, hands to toes, lift it up, or hinge it forward. So noticing the low back. Inhale, sky. Exhale, press it down. Fingertips to the floor. Lift. Wrist strengthener. Spread those fingers. Exhale, sit bones floor. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hinge it down towards the top of the mat. Press those toes together. 2 more sets. Inhale, sky. Exhale, rotate down and back. Inhale, lift. Float those knees open. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. Rise the sky. Exhale, hinge it towards the top of the mat. And that last set. Lift. Draw it back. Shoulders press. Inhale, deepen your butterfly. So again, I'm deepening by extending through my interior thighs there as I press the sit bones from the floor if that's available. Sky, and then hinge down. Nice deep breath. Notice the low to mid back there. A little rector spinae there as we press forward, pressing that back. Lift the crown of the head, and then we're going to extend those feet out for just a moment. As we draw back through, We're going to draw up to our sky. Exhale, seated forward fold. Inhale, rise it up. Exhale, option 1, staff. Option 2, incline plank. Exhale, sit bones floor. Inhale, rise it up. Exhale, seated forward fold. Shoulders away from ears. Create that space. Inhale, sky. Exhale, press open the heart. Lift it up if you can. Incline plank. Gazing towards the ceiling. Exhale, floor. Inhale, rise the sky. Exhale, seated forward fold. Inhale, lift it, rise. 2 more sets. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, reach those toes if you can. Incline plank. Good. Hands under the shoulders at all times. Inhale, sky, and seated forward fold. Warming up that back space there. Good. Last deep breath. Inhale, rise. And then bringing it in, we're going to waken up that right hip side. So if we can, oscillate side to side or stir that motion circular, counterclockwise, clockwise. Give it a couple stirs there. Nice deep breath. Notice if we're protecting the hip at all. Bring it down towards your floor. Option 1, inside foot. Option 2, or excuse me, outside or inside of the leg. Press, lift. And seated spinal twist, gently adjusting through the shoulders. Take a gaze maybe to the side wall or to the rear of the room. Nice deep breath. Exhale, bring your twist back up. Inhale, hug the knee in. Exhale, press it down. Welcome. I think that's Misty. Thank you. Again, your controls are in the lower left-hand corner of your space there. Again, bringing it in. A little oscillation through the hip joint, clockwise, counterclockwise, oscillate side to side. Sweep it in. Deep breath. Exhale, seated spinal twist. Option 1, inside foot. Option 2, outside of leg. Hug it in. Exhale, press it back if you can, as long as we're not protecting midsection or back. Take the twist, maybe gazing towards the back of the mat. Sit tall, press those sit bones into the ground. Nice deep breath. Exhale, back center. Inhale, release the leg towards the heart space for just a moment. So if you can, cradle, deepen it in. Exhale, press it down. And then inhaling back up. Sky, exhale, press. Inhale, incline plank. Rise up those hips if you can. Exhale, sit bones floor. Inhale, rise the sky. Seated forward fold. Try to take it to 1 breath per movement. Inhale, sky. Exhale, incline plank. Exhale, floor. Sit bones earth. Inhale, lift. Exhale, seated forward fold. And coming back towards the top of our mat, we're going to bring our weight down towards the floor. So as we bring our weight down towards the floor, noticing the spine here for just a moment. We're going to oscillate the low back out, so just giving that a little massage. Clockwise, counterclockwise, massage the back towards the floor. So we're going to start with some bridge flows, and then from there we're going to start to transition into some core work. So again, today's focus, for those of you that came in just a few minutes ago, today's focus is going to be thinking about cycling and running. So our yoga, I've picked postures that will mainly focus on the best benefits for cycling, running, golfing, and tennis. So that next exhalation, walk the feet down to the ground, stack the knees, and bridge flow. So again, hugging those shoulder blades together, flow it up towards the sky and down. So again, thinking of that spinal connection through the vertebra. So we're lifting that space up and then slowly molding it down. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, slowly down. And then those quads. So we're really building the intensity in the quads and the hips as we draw that up. Notice your space as we start to hold. So again, if you can, that bridge flow, we're going to hold this one. So walk those triceps in best you can. Let the pectoral muscles lift. Press the feet to the floor, hug the knees in, and then lift the hips. And then here's where we watch the belly rise and fall. So if your gaze is forward, watching the diaphragm rise and fall, creating that nice, great pranayama, that deep heatness in our breath. Active feet, so again, active quads, about 50% engagement in the glutes. And then we're gonna sweep that space down as we slowly roll back. Here's where we hug the knees in, last time, massage the back, and then we're gonna start with that core workout. So again, if you're focused on the core space, remember our lever length can be big, counterclockwise, can be big or small. So please listen to the length that's available in the body. We're going to do quite a few reps. So notice your space. So exhaling down, we're going to start to slowly bring that right knee in, left elbow in, crossing the body, and then planting it back, open, and back. So we're going to start there with some repetition. Notice your elbow space. See if you can cross it over. So again, I'm starting with option 1. My left knee is slightly bent for a little bit of support. So I can press in to that foot as I take the twist. And then all the way back open with that left shoulder, all the way back. Protect the neckline with hands just under the fingertips, or fingertips just under the ear line. Now, if you choose, you can start to extend that opposite leg and then bringing this one across a little deeper. So that's a longer lever length there. So again, listen to your body, notice your space. So last 4 sets this side. I hope you are keeping track of your numbers. So last couple of sets, exhale, we're going to press it back down towards our floor. Notice our space, feet to the earth. Inhale, lifting up, bridge. Walk the hands under, towards the feet, hug the knees in, lift, flow the bridge. Release the back. Okay, we got a little back and core work out there. We're going to continue to build, so continue to find that space. Exhale slowly, lift your bridge, walk the hands together, fingertips towards the floor, triceps towards the earth, press in, lift. So again, if the knees are spread wide, bring them in. Hip distance, bony structure of the hip, not medial space, not exterior. Deep breath, inhale up, exhale, slowly release it down. Option, press the right leg in and right elbow to the left knee. Float it out. Focus on abdominal strength, oblique strength as you find that rotate. We're also working the neckline here. Good, nice job everybody there. So again, if we start to, we can add that lever length, maybe extend the leg. And then also our twist dimension here. So we can start to walk the elbow outside of the knee for a little bit more deepness there. So again, core strength helps us build that back strength, right? For all of those sporting events that we just spoke of, especially that golf and tennis where we're taking that revolve. So last couple of sets here, hopefully you are keeping count of your tracks or your counts. I'm just going off how it feels. So that last deep breath, exhale, bring it down. Nice deep inhalation, walk the feet in. And one last time, bridge, flow it up. We're gonna hold it this time. So think of your tallest bridge you can with your hips, about 50% engagement in the glutes. So again, we're not over tightening, but just enough to start to feel those hip flexors really connecting with their length. And then again, if you choose, walking the fingertips together, opening the heart. Nice deep inhalation. Exhalation, feel the pranayama moving through the body as we start to continue to move one breath per movement. Exhale, legs down as we continue to move. So with that next deep breath, we're going to start to add both feet. So again, your lever length could be short. So add the twist, or it can become long. So we could start to bicycle. So again, I'm keeping my lever length long, but if you need to, you're welcome to keep it short. It creates a little bit more focus just on the upper abdominal rather than upper and lower as we take that twist out. So again, focus on how your back is feeling, how you've been functioning. We've all been functioning most likely very different than normal. So listen to your body as you build that lever line. Listen to your body. So last few sets here, noticing that space, building strong backs, engaging core as we protect our back. So last 8 sets here, if you can, crossing it out. So 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6, 2 more, and 7 and 8. So good, core strengthener. Exhale down, inhale, lift, rise it back up. So again, opening the core back up. If we can, press those feet down. Think of your inner thighs rolling up, so adductor space, press, lift, lift. Notice the nice line extension through rectus abdominis. You may even take the hands to the low back if you'd like, if that feels comfortable, for a little support into the hips. And then notice that upper length all the way through. Again, shoulders towards the floor, really creating that nice long length through the abdominal section. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, sweep it in, and slowly rolling up. So we're gonna bring that up towards our sky. So unwinding as we find our earth, we're gonna slowly sweep our way up. So continuing to build some core strength. So again, I'm gonna show plank. Don't forget kneeling is available. So first we're gonna take it up. Downward facing dog. We're gonna create some sets here. So Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog, nice strong upper body. Hug those lats in, so in and down. And then we're just gonna start our plank flow. So we're gonna flow down and back up. So here's your good tester of your core space. Build that core strength as you draw the belly button to the back of the spine as you're holding plank. And then shifting in. Little softness in elbows. 4 more sets. And then we're gonna start to find our upper body strength with a little bit of leg lifting. So if we can, we're gonna float back. Lift the tailbone, right leg towards the sky, 3-legged down dog. Exhale, sweep it forward, tag the elbow, press it back. Tag the nose, or towards the nose, press it back. Tag the outer elbow, press it back. And again, tag the right elbow, press it back. Keep going, center, press it back. Left, press it back. Inhale, flow the leg forward, pigeon. So again, softening in where we need it. Toe perhaps to the top of the knee line if we were to draw a line. If not, just let it tilt back. If we're not quite there yet, that's fine. Listen to your hip and your knee joint. Exhale, option to hinge down. So again, as you hinge down, shift it back. So we should be getting a beautiful gluteus maximus length there, a bit into your IT band and all the way down the outside there of the leg. So noticing your space as you kind of wiggle your way down to the floor. Also notice the left hip. You can wiggle that in a little more intensely perhaps. Take a breath in and out to really situate the backs of the hips there. So then we're gonna walk that foot back forward, tuck the hands, lift it back up, tagging the sky, press it out. And the elbow, here we go, 2 more sets. Sky, nose, left elbow, press it back. Here's the second set. Right elbow, center, press it back. 3-legged down dog, exhale, left elbow, and coming back, pigeon. That nice deep breath. So sometimes when we're running, right, or cycling, we can become a little tight back there. So really stretching that out with pigeon is an excellent, excellent facilitator to help us keep moving and cycling as we get out of the house, right? Get out of the house. So again, thinking about the intensity, right? The intensity of where you can take it. Last deep breath, inhale, walk the hands back under the shoulder, lift back up. There we go, half series A, 3-legged down dog, plank. Elbows graze the rib cage. Inhale, open, upward facing dog. Smile. Exhale, tuck it back. Downward dog. Left leg, lift the sky. 3-legged down dog. Here we go. These sets. Left. Nose. So again, the option could be kneeling because we're listening to our bodies at all times. Tag the left elbow. Right, so we come back to sunbird. Center. God, so there's that option. And bring it forward. Top of mat. Pigeon. So again, give this side a little more time perhaps. It could be tighter, So drawing in, again, notice the knee and foot placement. So this is less severe. When my foot is back towards my body, I'm still closing my hip, but that's a little less severe on the rotation of the hip and the knee. So especially important if we've had any major surgeries. If we feel comfortable and all those areas have enough space to take it, then the toe in the knee. And again, situate the hip. So playing with that hip placement to expand that glute side, that really intense glute side. So listen to your breath, sending it in and out as we situate that space down. So again, just a couple of breaths, noticing the joint intensity, and then also those muscles, giving it time to adjust. Last deep breath, and here we go. Hands directly under the shoulders. Tuck the toe, lift it back, 3-legged down dog. And repeat, elbow and center. Sunbird's the option. Elbow, press it up. Don't forget the heel. We're kicking it to the sky, all the way to the sky. Last one. Flow it back, 3-legged down dog. Check the posture, toe down, And inhale forward, pigeon. Pigeon, take it down. So nice deep breath. Notice your space, 6 to 8 deep inhalations here, pigeon on this side. Wonderful. Nice job, everybody. Good, I can see most screens. Excellent camera placement. Good, way to go. So letting go, that pigeon, send it out. If it's tight, tight gluteus maximus, tight medius space, minimus, breathing in, sending that space out. IT band, noticing what we can get. Exhale, slowly taking our time here. We're gonna walk that leg all the way back. So that nice deep breath, downward dog, half series A, elbows, bend, hinge, up, sky. Exhale, tuck, lift, back. Inhale, sweep it back forward, downward dog, plank, all the way down towards your floor. Inhale, we're gonna start to build some heat in the upper body again. So this time we're gonna find length rather than contraction. So think of lifting the leg. You might do a half bow. Right side, half bow, lift. So again, first making contact. If you have those bands, you can use that. The toe is a great contact. Just don't rip it off. Think of those pointer fingers and those thumbs making the support. Lift the leg. So here's where we engage the glute. So a lot of times we have glute amnesia, right? We don't use the glute muscle. So really try to use the glute muscle and then back down. So then the hand, left side, lift it up and down. Lift it up and down. Again, if you're feeling the toe and you feel like you could take it a little further, maybe it's the outer edge of the ankle. Try to keep the knee directly back from the hip. So half bow, up and down. Lift and down. Strengthen the back. Lift it up and down. And then switching sides. Take a breath. First, we're going to press back. Child's pose, Balasana. Deep breath. Let it all go. Find the length. Inhale, draw it back forward, top of mat. And down slowly. Inhale, left leg. Back. Make contact. First, maybe just the toe. Or use that yoga strap. Let the hand be forward first. And just work on opening the heart space. Opening the pectoral muscle. Notice my knee's not really leaving the floor hardly at all. I'm just trying to strengthen my upper body first. And then once I feel it's there, now that we're a little warmer, we can take it further. So I might add the hand back towards mid-rib. Maybe you're already here. Lift, press. Lift the quad off the floor if possible. Lift, arc the back. Back strengthener. Few more. So again, those back strengtheners are very good for cycling. They're good for running. They're also good for back strengtheners for twisting, right? For golf, where we may be twisting more, or even tennis, where we have those forearms and back arms. So last couple of breaths there, half bow. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, hands, either side of the bust, press it back. Deep breath. Child's pose. Letting go of the day, breathe it out. Okay, a couple more warmers here. So before we move back towards our full bow, we're gonna first find our way back up. So let's close our child's pose, bring those knees together if you can, roundness, draping over. You might find the forehead and the fists making contact there. So we're just bringing that strong curvature back to the spine before we continue to open that back up. The last couple of breaths there. Inhale, we're gonna draw our space up. Continue to strengthen the upper back and the lengthen the quads as we come towards camel. Then we're gonna add bow back in. So again, camel, don't overdo it. Listen to the body. We're gonna fist to the flanks, and then draw those glutes in just a bit. And then you're gonna press up. I have actually a red spot where I've been washing my hands too much on my knuckles, so it kind of hurts. But anyway, elbows in, camel. So lifting here. So here's a very gentle camel, great place to start. So very soft tilt. Again, pectoral muscle opener, arch support, core is lengthening, quads are lengthening as we press forward. Try to keep your hips over your knees. Double your mat if it feels uncomfortable. So again, exhale back, round it out. Inhale, open, camel. Press and lift. Open the throat. Exhale, press it down. Inhale, press and lift. So think of those flanks. Open it up. So again, as we take our camels deeper, right, we could go a little further. But again, listen to the back. Keep the glutes drawing in just a bit there so we don't have glute amnesia, right? So we want to bring that in just a bit. Lift the heart, core lengthener, heart opener, chin extender, right? Feeling the glands opening there. And exhale, release it down. Find your deep child's pose. And here we go. Create your space, camel. Last one. So again, notice your body. I'm going to take it further, but that doesn't mean that it's for you. Listen to what you have to give. Another prop is the wall. So the wall could be beneficial to feel those quads and those hips, not leaving that wall. Very important not to leave the wall. So deep breath, opening up. So again, I could take it to camel, or I might be able to walk it back a little further. So there I lost my hip placement because I'm not quite open enough, but I'm working on it. So again, pressing those hips forward, hip flexor extender, lifting, opening the body. Don't let the heart cave down. Press it to the sky. Great heart opener. Last deep breath. Exhale. Slowly release it. Back to sky and down. Close those knees as we round down to our ground. Deep breath. So again, closing and rounding out. Erector spinae there, creating that curvature back to the spine. We worked so hard to work that posterior side. So now we're letting it rest and extend with those law of opposites there. So nice deep breath. Inhale, sweeping those hands all the way back forward for one last set through our down dogs, and then back to our bow pose. So let's see if we can do it. Strong fingers, tuck the toes, lift it up, downward dog. Inhale, three-legged down dog, right leg, and elbow, and back, and nose, and back, and left side, and back. We're almost done. One more set, and right, and back, center, and back. Kick that leg. Again, sunbird's that option. Sunbird at the floor. Inhale, pigeon. Deep breath. Bring it down. Pigeon. And here we go. We're going to switch sides. Just one set each side. This time, hands either side of the hands or of the shoulders. Press it back. Three-legged down dog. And bring the foot down. As we switch, half plank or half series. So shoulders, elbows, graze, open, tuck, back, left leg, lifts. 2 sets. Tag it. Press it back. Round forward. Press it back. Nice long line through the leg. Press it back. One last set. Press it back. Center. Press it back. Good job, everybody. I see lots of kicking going on. Wonderful. Nice deep breath. Inhale. Forward. Pigeon. Draw it forward. Again, shoulders to the ground, or shoulders. Elbows to the ground is optional. We don't have to go there. So listening to that body for sure as we press down. Last couple of breaths. Working our way. Thinking again of that real deep curvature in the back. Noticing our space. And then we'll find our way towards the earth. So walking those hands back up. Press it back. Three-legged down dog. Dorsiflexion in the foot. Exhale, bring it down. Half series A. Plank. Elbows graze. Inhale up. Exhale back. And down. Forward. And all the way down to the ground. Here we go. Half bow. So again, one leg and then the other. Or both. Drop back. Lift. So I'll be doing it 3 times. So if you need to go to half bow, take it there. And if you need a 4th time, take it there. So again, rather than letting the legs splay to make contact, try to keep those knees in. We're still building that lengthener in the quad as well. So nice deep breath. Exhale, release. Draw it down. Inhale, prepare, lift it back up. Maybe you're on the other side, half bow, or perhaps you're trying both. So nice deep breath. Good, I see lots of contact points. Excellent job, everyone. And again, as we hold, we might start to lift. I'm talking too much, so there's very little pranayama visible, but you got it, and down, towards the earth. Take a breath, notice the space. And last time, working that upper body. So again, hip lengthener, quad lengthener. If we can, last set of bow. Those of us that did half bow, and if that's still available, try to split your time evenly between the two. So I'll give you a clue. So nice deep inhalation and down. Inhalation and down. If we're in half bow, switch it out. And lift and down. Focus on the breath. So we might start to rock slightly with the breath. So deep inhalation. Again, don't let the toes just flatten out. Try to keep the lift. We're a bow and an arrow. We haven't found the arrow yet, but we're definitely a bow. Nice deep breath. Exhale, sweep it down. Coming back together as a team and bringing it back towards child's pose. Keep the knees in tight as we round it out. So bring all of that curvature back. Try to tuck the tailbone down. Again, the hands will be under the forehead. 6 to 8 deep breaths there in child's pose. 6 to 8 deep breaths in child's pose. We're going to do one more little floor exercise, and then we're going to bring it up and then back down. So with that next inhalation, turning towards the length of your mat. Again, if you're on a slippery surface, please make sure both of your knees are available to be on the mat. I don't want anybody to slip and slide. So we're just going to walk our legs out kind of wide here. So we're going to work towards frog position. So we already created a lot of openness when we started off in butterfly, but here we are again. So we're going to try to open those knees up. So again, you know your body best. If you've had any recent hip surgeries, you might need to modify. You might need to take it back to child's pose or just find a seated posture, right? So noticing that. But if not, we're going to try to take ourselves into frog. So if we can, we're going to walk the knees out comfortably as wide as we can, and we're going to drive the ankles back. And then we're just going to walk ourselves forward and then back. So again, don't force it, but just forward and back with the hips, letting the inner thighs and grace space settle in. If you are on a hard surface, I kind of am. So you might double that space over right where the knee placement is. Okay, there's another little tip for you. Oh yes, much better. So frog, just like pigeon, we don't have to come down to our forearms, but if we'd like to, we're going to start to find the intensity in the hips. So now my hips are about level with my knees. Okay, so if you could draw a line through my leg, it would be about level. It's not going to show here on the screen probably, but now I'm going to get comfortable, right? Or painful, right? It could be painful. So inner thigh, interior adductor stretcher here as we press in. Rotators, our rotators are working. So again, bringing the forearms or the forehead down to the ground and hinging back. So the intensity of the hips, if you choose, you might just press that back just a bit, and then bringing the brow towards the ground. So breathe through it. It can be very intense, but again, breathe through it. Notice your space. Notice the inner thighs settling in. Notice if you could maybe walk the knees out a little further if you decide you need a little more. So just listening to the body. If you're on a hard surface, by all means, double your mat. It'll feel better, or add a towel, etc. So nice deep breath. And then we're going to bring that space back forward. So again, frog is helpful for cycling, running, golfing, and tennis, all of them. We're going to bring ourselves back. Give yourself soft isolation or oscillations back and forth. And we're just going to start to walk our way from the floor just as we got in it. So again, noticing your legs, making sure they still move. Bring it back to center. We're just going to bring it back to center and then finding our way back to seated for just a moment. And then this here in just a moment, we're going to work just a little bit of space for additional. The focus is more golf and tennis in this respect. So if we can, we're just going to walk our space back up towards standing. So just noticing your space there, Uttanasana, forward fold. You may draw the feet out just a bit there. Notice the low back. So again, this posture is good for all four. But if you choose, gently walking your space back to the sky. And just like bow, we created a lot of chest expansion. So it should be there. But as we find our chest expander, walk those fingertips back. Also interlace the fingers. Choose. So interlacing if you'd like. And then gently sweeping the fingers all the way back behind. So again, you could hold a watermelon, you could flip the hands if you choose, but we're gonna bring that space all the way forward for forward fold with a chest expansion. Now, again, not letting the body concave, try to keep it flat, and then lift the shoulders out and away as you press through. So that nice deep breath forward. If you choose to move the arms up, that's fine. It's very intense on the shoulders, but just make sure you're not flipping the hands over the rotation in the shoulder. So try to keep it back behind, or at most even with the shoulder socket. So that's as far as I go comfortably without this disproportioning my face. So that nice deep breath, take a breath, hold, breathe in, and breathe out. Breathe in, and breathe out. Good, and then coming back to center, sweep it up, find that sky, exhale, shoulder rolls. So 6 to 8 deep breaths as we find our way back to center. So again, as we notice our shoulders up, down, and back, and then reverse it forward. So that's actually good for all four again, cycling, golf, and tennis. So let that space go. Did a lot of work with the shoulders as we were pressing forward in the plank. So molding that back out. And then when we're ready, I'm gonna flip us back together. And then when we're ready, we're gonna take that all the way wide. So we're gonna press out our legs really wide to the floor. And then as we come down to our earth, plug those toes in. So again, toes right directly from the ankle space, but we're gonna create some supine spinal twists. So come down to the floor, and then here we go for additional focus. Take it up to the sky and back to center. So spinal twists, wide standing straddle with spinal twists, beautiful openers for golf and for tennis. So again, if you happen to be out taking some swings, you're welcome to, I don't know, probably play singles on a tennis court, I'm not sure. And then golfing, I've seen some golfers out already. So again, noticing the body, the last couple of sets, see if you can hold and twist. So think of the phone books on your back side, lifting up and down. And then that opposite side, lifting up and down. 2 more. So again, intensity from your floor, fingertips, fist, or palm, and down. And last one, and down. Inhale, wide standing straddle, walk the hands through. There's your arch support, so see if you can press to your toes and arch that back. And then slowly releasing, bringing it back to center. We're gonna find our way back to the sky and then down to the ground. So nice inhalation. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. That deep exhalation down, hands to elbows, gentle sway. Press the right elbow out, with the right elbow out, left or right heel down. So take that twist. So we're twisting out the low back and then switch sides. The last couple of sets there. Good, so winding down towards our earth, forward fold, and then slowly bringing it towards our ground. So when we're ready, releasing the hands to the earth, going down conventionally, or working non-conventionally, bringing those hands out in front, strengthening the hips and the knee joints as we sink down. So you might find your way halfway. You might reach to the toes, back to the heels. You might find the torso between the thighs. And then as light as a feather, you're gonna roll back. Yes, good, excellent. Good work. For those screens I can see, excellent. Shoulders up, back, and down. Take the breath. And then bring it down to your floor. Hug the knees back. Down to the ground. And last little twist, supine spinal twist. Take the right knee across. You could connect the foot. We've done a lot of flexibility, so you could connect the big toe there if you choose. Bring it back to center, opposite side. So again, if you choose, supine spinal twist. Take it out, press it out through the heel. Oh, the bugs are out. I don't know where that little guy came from. And take the twist all the way to the other side. Take it all the way to the other side. Supine spinal twist. And then for last set, this side, noticing body as we come down towards our mat. So as we draw down, we've got a few moments left here. So we're just gonna walk both of those legs out, down, and away. So think of that nice long line. We've done so much heart opener today. So again, if we can, this one is not part of my sports series, but oops, sorry, I'm trying to get it back to, there we go. So not part of the sports series, but if we can, we're gonna point the toes and come into Matsyasana, our fish pose. So think of the shoulders coming down to the mat, hands under the fleshy area, walk the elbows in, lift and open the heart. So again, beautiful back strengthener, land function. Be careful with the neckline, no gazing around, looking at the sky is fine. Taking that, and then exhale, flatten it back out, softly bringing the knees into the chest. Press it down towards your earth. And then 1 foot at a time, drawing back out long. If you choose, Matsyasana again, so fish pose. We plant the toes, we point the toes, we press through, hands just under that fleshy area of the glutes. Walk the elbows in as close as you can make them. So again, my ears and my shoulder, top of humerus almost are touching. And then that's where I lift and extend away. So again, just that subtle arch is fine, or it might be a little more deep. Just be careful with the cervical spine. Keep it soft so we don't create that real deep L shape. So nice deep breath. Again, that forearm and the elbows are that pivotal point to help lift the diaphragm. Stretch out the rectus abdominis again, and back strengthener. And then exhale, coming back out slowly, just as you got in. And inhale, knees to chest, massaging up the low back, side to side if you choose, rocking there for just a few moments as we press in, noticing our space. I'm going to softly come back to seated here, but you're welcome to stay in Shavasana. So as we check in with the body, noticing what's available, closing our eyes for the last few moments of class, finding our restful space towards the earth, letting go of our breath, so no holding or overly focused the breath or pace of breath, and just taking a moment there to check in with the mind, with the body, and perhaps with our emotional side of our practice, perhaps our spiritual side of our practice. That physical side of the body, the physical deliverance we had through our asanas today. And then allowing that mantra space into the heart here as we focus on those other extracurriculars. So again, encouraging you to get outside. It's getting nice out. Encourage you to come to yoga class, of course, but also to get outside and do some running or cycling, or maybe take up golf for the first time, or tennis. You know, as long as it's limited and social distancing, I guess that works. Wear gloves. I know the biking and the running are safe, right? So anyway, take those times to enjoy the sunlight and the warmth, as well as our time here on technology. So last few moments there, as you turn the space over from Shavasana, again, taking your time here as long as you'd like. You don't have to get up by any means. You're in your comfort of your home. So if it feels good to tune out my voice and remain in Shavasana, that's fine. Today we had a little shorter relaxation period. Thanks for trying something new. As we work to sit, those of us that would like to join in Sukhasana or easy seated posture, settling in for a moment or two, noticing our space, and then inhaling if we choose, those hands to the sky and through to the heart space, and ending today with Namaste, the light in me enters the light in you. And thank you